Hey, good morning, guys. This is TaibaHustleKicks.com. Welcome again to this edition of how many pairs made and resale value. We're going to talk about the Jordan 5 Off-White, and Nike confirmed its release date on October the 29th. That's when it's coming out. It's going to cost about $225. And I wasn't even going to talk about this shoe. I didn't even know when it was dropping. So I happened to find the feed by accident. So I was like, oh, great. Nike actually gave us a list of all the stockists that are getting the shoe, so it's gonna make my job a lot easier this morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and present what I found to you guys, and then we're gonna make some assumptions, and then we're gonna find the numbers, and then we're real quick. So the first thing we want to do is this: we want to know who's getting it, and luckily, Nike gave us the entire list for the USA and for the rest of the world. So we have the Jumpman LA in Chicago, and for the retailers, we have everything. Like, I'm not gonna read the entire list. You can just go on my website and find that out, or you can just go on Nike.com. But this is the list here. We have the one for Europe and the Jordan stores. So everything has been given to us. So it's gonna be pretty good as far as like how to find the numbers. So I have like pretty much everything here. And then let's look at Asia. We have Greater China, Nike, and Jordan stores. They give you the names. So if you live in Asia, you can also find some help with this post here. So just go on my website. I'll provide you with a link, and you're gonna find that out. So now that we have all the information, we can kind of just create assumptions, because that's basically what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to create some assumptions, and then we're going to use those to find the numbers. Now, the hardest part about this is this: like, what are the numbers? Like, how many pairs per store? And the numbers are going to be a little bit hard to find. Like, what's the inventory like? So basically what I did was this: I said sneakers, Nike, Jordan stores, the USA, and all the USA retailers are going to get about half of the total production or the total inventory. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say that Europe and Asia will split the remaining half. So 1/4 and 1/4. So one half to the USA, and everybody else gets split the half, the remaining half. So that's what I set up. And then the next thing is we're going to set up the assumption for the inventory. So I will assume that USA retailers are going to get about 1/3 of the inventory. Sneakers and Nike Jordan stores are going to be getting. So if I'm just going to throw a number out there, let's say US retailers get about 1,000. That means sneakers and Nike Jordan stores are going to get 3,000. So this is how I'm going to set that up. And then the next thing we're going to do is this: we're going to assume that each retailer is going to get about 110 pairs. So all the UBQ and all these places, like all the stockists, are going to get 110 pairs each, at the exception of Off-White. Now, because I'm thinking Off-White is the official, one of the official places, so I'm going to give Off-White 300 pairs, but every other retailer is going to get about 110 pairs. And then I'm going to run the numbers. So basically, this is just simple arithmetics. So we're going to do the US retailers plus Off-White. So the retailers were 27. And if you add Off-White to that, that's like 28. So I did 27 times 110 plus 300 pairs, came up with 3,270 pairs. And since we assume that this number represented about 1/3 of the inventory from sneakers and Nike Jordan store, then we can find the total production for those sneakers, Nike and Jordan store. That would be 3,270 times 3, which gives me 9,810 pairs. And the next thing I did was, since I assumed that Europe and Asia would split the other half, so we're gonna find the inventory by just doing 9810, and we're gonna times that. We're gonna give them 98 and 10, 9,810 pairs, and that's it, because they're splitting the other half. And to find the total production, I'm just gonna do 3270 plus 9810 plus 9810. I came up with 22,890, and I stretched that number to 23,000 pairs. So basically, I would say that Nike might have produced between 10,000 and 23,000, because you never know. These are assumptions. So I might have made some errors. I sure did, because I don't have the numbers. I don't work for the brand. So I want to give you my disclaimer. So don't take these things as the truth. This is just to give you a picture of what might be happening with this particular on this particular release. So let's stick to that. So now for resale, we're gonna pause for a second, and I want to share a couple of things on my site with you guys before I get into that. So I wrote an article on how to spot the fake off-white Jordan 5s because they already have that. So I want to show that to you in a minute. I'm just going to show you that in a second. So I want you to check that out. I wrote an article on it. So those are out. So I want you to be really careful. So you may want to check the link in the description on how to authenticate on the off-white. I'm just giving you preventive measures because you don't want to get duped. This is a shoe that a lot of people are going to want. So be sure to check that out. I wrote the article about a couple of days ago, and also wrote an article on several other shoes. I wrote on the Lucky Green Jordan 1 real versus fake. I did the same thing on the PSG 4. You want to check that out too. I did another one on the reverse Flu Game 12. You're gonna check that out. And then I did a one on the dark and Concord Jordan 12. So you want to check that out. All right. Now let's jump back into our presentation, and we're gonna talk about resale now. So that's the next thing is resale. So the resale is gonna be really interesting because I found some data for you, which I'm gonna show you in just a minute. So first thing that I did was I'm just gonna share from my Excel spreadsheet. So this is what I did first. I took the from October the 16th to like Saturday today, which is today the 24th. This is what has happened. You see, like on Friday, the cumulative resale value was like 1681, and then slowly but surely it's been like decreasing. But don't let this fool you. I'm gonna explain a couple of things here. This is just 905 and then 856. Let's not really focus on that because I want to show you a breakdown by size. I think that's the best way to like actually work with this shoe. So this is what I've seen here. You can clearly see what's going on here. Like this is incredible. Like smaller size, like a size 5 is going for like $1,800. 6 drop back down to like 740 and 750, and then size 7 and all the way up to like a size 10. It's between like anywhere between $900 and $1,400. And then size 10 to 11, you're looking at like anything between 970 and like 1,092, and then anything between 11 and a half to like a 14 is like between $1,000 and $1,100. Basically, I'm gonna tell you guys this shoe is a great shoe. I don't have to tell you this because you know people are gonna want it. It's highly like sought after. It's limited and it's highly sought after, so a lot of people are gonna want it. So basically, I'm just gonna give you a quick conclusion here. So like I say, on based on the chart and from the bids that I've seen, people are willing to pay a lot for this off-white one, off-white 5s. I'm sorry, guys. And based on the data, I can say that the resale value will be anywhere between $700 all the way up to like $1,100 and even more. So if you could get your hands on any pair, you won't lose. Trust me. Your profit margin will sit between like $400 all the way up to like $750, and the markup is like between 167 and 315%. This is great, guys. So I would encourage you, if you want to buy it for like flipping purposes, go for it. This is a good shoe. You're not going to lose out on any other size, on any size for that matter. And again, guys, if this helps you guys out, be sure to like share the website. And if you want to buy the shoe now, I also have a couple of things for you on the website where you can actually go. I'll provide you with a link, and you can check the link in the description. Again, I'll give you a quick recap. Be sure to check all the real versus fake on all the shoes that I mentioned: the PSG 4, the Jordan 12, Black Dot Concord, and the Jordan 5 off-white, which I just did. And if this helps you, by all means, I would appreciate if you can share this content and subscribe.